right, there you go. So we switching clips real quick. We'll use this clip. All right. So this happened on October. This is a testimony that happened on October 14th in the YSL trial. And this is one of the I want to say this is one of the detectives that investigated the case. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play it.
I do. Brian Peak, BRYANPEEK.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pete.
Good afternoon.
Where do you work?
Atlanta Police Department, General Crimes Unit.
And how long have you worked for APD?
14 years.
In 2015, what unit were you assigned to?
2015, I was a Zone 5 Field Investigations team.
Now, I want to turn your attention to around midnight, January 8th, 2015. Were you working an extra job at an apartment complex on Confederate Court?
Yes.
Right. What was the name of that complex?
Trestle Tree.
And is that located in Fulton County?
Yes.
And what was your job as security?
We were there working extra job to address any security issues that may arise there during the hours we were there, and any security concerns and answer 911 calls that may come up.
Now, you said we. Were you alone or were you with a partner?
I was with a partner.
Can you describe the complex for the jury?
The complex is fairly older buildings. There's one way in, one way out. You come in from the time known as Confederate Avenue. You approach the gates, you go in the gates, you go in the through the driveway. Once you go through several buildings, you get to the rear of the apartment complex. There's a roundabout or cul-de-sac that you have to go around to go back out the same.
Shout out to those that tune in on YouTube right now.
In the first place.
Yeah, and I've already asked you, so forgive me. Were you in a unmarked car?
Unmarked.
And were you in uniform?
Yes.
Now, geographically, where was your car positioned within the complex?
We were in the center of the complex near the leasing office.
Was that near the entrance area of the apartment complex?
Somewhat close to the entrance, yes.
Now, at some point in time, do you hear gunshots?
Yes.
About how many?
About 5 to 6.
How far apart in time were the shots?
They were pretty rapid succession following each other.
And what area of the complex did you hear the shots come from?
They came from the gate area.
When you say gate area, can you elaborate?
Near the Confederate Avenue main entrance gate where you come into the apartments.
So after you hear the gunshots, what happens?
We see a red Infiniti speeding down the main driveway.
And where does it go from there?
It stops almost in front of us, in front of, I believe, unit 895, building 895, I'm sorry.
And what happens next?
2 persons exit the vehicle and run into their unit.
Did they ever come out of the unit?
They did come back out.
And who were the occupants?
The occupants were, if I can refer to the report so I can get the names. Okay. The occupants were, the front driver was Miss Erica Greer, and the front passenger was Larry Hughes.
Now, were either of them injured?
No.
Without telling me what they told you, did they tell you what happened?
They did tell me.
Now, did you canvass the area?
Yes, we did.
What area did you canvass?
The area where the gunshots came from near the main gate in Confederate Avenue.
Now, while canvassing the area, what did you find?
We found about six shell casings on the ground near the gate where the shots came from.
Where were they located?
Near the front gate.
Did you observe any property damage to the red Infiniti owned by Stacey Adams?
Yes.
Now, you currently have in your possession what's been pre-marked as State's Exhibit 1 Delta Hotel through 13 Delta Hotel.
Okay.
Do you recognize those photos?
Yes, I do recognize these.
And you had an opportunity to review those before coming to court?
Yes.
All right. Has there been any alterations to those photos since you last viewed?
No.
Are they a fair and accurate representation? Fair and accurate depiction of the scene tonight?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I move to admit, State moves to admit 1 Delta Hotel through 13 Delta Hotel.
That is recommended.
I'm now going to publish 3 through 8 Delta Hotel.
I can tell you that's not me breathing hard, Delma.
Yeah, I thought you was about to check out on this.
No, that's the guy. Yes, this is in real time. This is real time.
I thought you was about to check out on this.
That's not me at all. He was scaring me.
It's time for a diet.
Yes, they are.
What did you do with them?
Crime scene tech collected them.
Did you take any prints?
No.
Any ballistics tests?
No.
I'm now going to publish 12 Delta Hotel. Officer P, can you tell the jury what is depicted in 12 Delta?
This is the red Infiniti that was damaged by gunfire with the defect in the lift gate.
And 13? Please tell the jury what is depicted in this.
Closer image of the same Infiniti lift gate with the round defect in the center.
Officer Pete, did you prepare a report in this case?
Yes, I did.
When did this incident occur?
It occurred around 12:30 on January 8th, 2015.
And when did you prepare your report?
The report was prepared on January 10th of 2015.
Why on the 10th?
I believe that's my first day back to work where I could get to the report system to complete it.
Of course, it does for a brief moment there.
All right, does any of the defense have questions for this witness?
Yes, please.
All right, go ahead.
So he worked as a security guard before he became APD. I'm assuming that's what you got from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you work for a security guard. So his testimony, the course is not going to be that. It's going to be pretty quick. So because the direct was short.
Officer Pete, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
All right. I've got just a couple questions for you, if you don't mind, about what you observed on that evening, actually morning, because it was about a little bit after 12 midnight when this incident occurred. Is that about right?
Correct.
So we're talking January the 8th of 2015, about 12:38 in the morning. Does that sound about correct?
Correct.
And then if you need to, for purposes of time or anything else, refer to your report that you have in front of you, right?
Sure. Yes.
Feel free to do so. All right. So you're with APD, but you're working an extra job at this location, right?
Yes.
And 12:38 in the morning, you hear some shots. Turns out to be about maybe 4 or 5 shots that you hear.
About 5 or 6, but yes.
5 or 6. You're a police officer. You know what gunshots sound like.
So he was a
Yes.
cop. He was a cop then.
And then you see this burgundy reddish.
But he was
Infiniti
working
you
an
see the
extra
pictures
job.
of
Sounds
come
like.
speeding down the driveway or the street inside of the complex.
Hey,
2
Roxanne.
folks get out.
Yes.
Erica Greer, Larry Hughes.
Yes.
You don't know them,
No, I don't know him at the time.
but they go into a unit there in the apartment complex, and then they come back out.
Correct.
You have a conversation with them.
Correct.
All right. During the course of your investigation, you come to find out that that their car appeared to have been shot at. Right?
Correct.
In fact, you were able to look at the car and observe some damage to the vehicle itself.
Correct.
Later, or as you conduct the investigation, you come to realize that there's another vehicle, I think a black Acura, that has some damage to it as well. True?
Correct.
Right. One of the things you're trying to find out at that point is what happened, who shot at him, what was going on, correct?
That's correct.
You would ultimately end up asking, well, first of all, the other officers arrive at the scene?
It was just myself, Officer McGee, and another officer just brought crime scene tape. That's all.
Okay, but you would have advised either those officers or other officers about anything to be on the lookout for, right?
Yes, I should have. Yes.
And one of the things that you wanted the other officers to look out for was a white or silver Dodge Charger, correct?
Yes, that's in the report.
Right, and it's in your report because you were aware, or you became aware during the course of your investigation, that a silver or white Dodge Charger was the vehicle that was firing on the burgundy Infiniti, correct?
Presumably, yes.
You would soon thereafter, go out to the front of the complex where you would see, and either you would collect or crime scene, the crime scene arrive on the scene?
Yes.
All right. They would collect the 6 shell casings that you found near the front gate.
Correct.
You know what the caliber of those shell casings were?
According to the report, 45 caliber.
Okay. So you have some 45 caliber shell casings, and it seemed logical to you during your investigation that someone was shooting a 45 at that burgundy vehicle. True?
That's true.
And you had a description of an individual, a black male, who got out of the white Dodge Charger and was shooting at the vehicle, right?
According to the report, yes.
Okay. All right. Just one person.
Yes, that's all I can remember from reading.
Okay. So what you know and what you then communicate to other officers or investigators is that there's a shooting that occurred at Trestle Tree, right? That's one. The shooting appeared to have been someone shooting at this burgundy Infiniti, right?
Correct.
The person doing the shooting would have been a black male coming out of a white or silver Dodge Charger.
That's correct.
And then leaving the scene.
That's correct. They were
But
left.
leaving 45, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Leaving the scene
Right.
and leaving some 45 caliber shell casings there at the location.
That would be correct.
All right. It is fair to say that that was you looked for cameras at the location to see if any of this was captured on surveillance cameras, didn't you?
I did.
There were 2 cameras located at the entrance, but they did not capture, or they didn't face the location where the incident occurred. Am I correct about that?
Not sure about that. We didn't have leasing persons with access to the cameras to confirm that.
Okay. Bottom line is you didn't see any camera footage of the incident.
No, I didn't.
You're not aware of whether or not any subsequent officers or investigators procured camera footage of the incident.
No, I'm not.
All right. No one was arrested that night,
No.
but that information certainly was turned over to either other investigators or detectives, right?
As far as I know.
All right. Officer Peak, I think that's all I've got for you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Any other defense attorney questions for this witness? No.
So
Okay. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you for your time. You are excused. Call your next witness.
just right here, do you think even his testimony was even really necessary?
Dennis, what have I been telling you? That these judges are the problem. They are literally not streamlining this how it's supposed to be. That's why I continue to say there should have been exhaustive discovery hearings under Glanville and now under her. And she still is not taking advantage. And this is the thing, like, judges want to scold both sides, but they are the ones that facilitate and keeps everything in order. So you clearly see that they're not properly facilitating this because the state and the defense do what the judge tells them to do.
Right.
So I'm putting this on the judge. I'm on both judges because they would have known ahead of time, like this person's testimony does not move the needle at all. It does not add to the elements. It does not add to the weight of what the jurors have to consider. This was a waste of a witness, when a witness that has more substance that they should have been calling, even if they wanted to tie something to this particular witness, they should have did that at the end. This
Right.
is in witness just in case we need to call you. This was a waste of a testimony.
Right, because nothing. I don't think anyone got anything from this other than there was a shooting. He was a security guard, but they didn't identify any individuals. They found shell casings. What video that they didn't have video. They checked for video. So this was really
the only thing that they confirmed was the date, because that's one of the elements that they have to prove is the date. On this date, everything else, like, where's the meat? There is no meat. You could have gotten that with somebody else that has the meat. That's the one thing that when I was a prosecutor, and this goes back to my training when I was in law school and I was in an intensive mock trial program. My coach literally pulled me to the side and asked me, because I was trying to put everything in a pot. And she said to me, and it was a Black woman, one of the best defense attorneys in Houston. She said to me, she was like, does this make sense? Is this going to move the needle? Less is more. That's exactly what I'm seeing. I don't see less is more. I see that they are just throwing everything in it, and it's going to confuse the jury. Like, you want the jury to stay on track and follow the testimony, follow the evidence, and not be confused. And at this point, the jurors don't have a life jacket. They are in the middle of Lake Lanier, and hopefully the spirits from the lake do not pull them down, because that's what it's giving.
I would agree with you. And today I reported that I received a copy of this week's witness list. While I can't share it, it has 25 witnesses on the list, and I don't know if all these witnesses on the list are significant. But if they can get, and this is from Tuesday through Thursday, if it can get through 25 witnesses in that period of time, I haven't seen that. I've seen witnesses last for almost a week.
You know why? Because they didn't have a damn discovery hearing.
Right.
If they would have, and this is something that, and I talked to you about this with this judge in Dallas. Her name is Judge Amber Givens. Despite of the defense bar hates her and how efficient she is and how she doesn't play either side. She shows up. Anybody can get it, the state or the defense, anybody can get it. But when it comes to trial, she has the most efficient trial process out of all the judges in the county where she presides. That's because she requires these discovery hearings. The only reason why I know, because I had to do it. Was it a pain? Yes, but we're talking about individuals whose constitutional rights are at stake. So and sometimes what a lot of people don't know is that law enforcement gives prosecutors hell. Sometimes you need those judges to make sure that they are doing their jobs, because oftentimes they have evidence that they haven't sent over to you, and they will wait, and guess who got to be nailed to the cross? The state, because they are state actors.
Right.
So when you take that control that law enforcement agency have, because they come in with this big dig energy, like they can't be touched, like they are so immune. When you put them on the front street, that makes them do their job more efficiently, and it also makes the state stay on their job in making sure that no constitutional violations are being had under their watch.
But we've seen a lot of Brady issues appear in this trial, and you're saying that having a discovery hearing prior to the new judge moving the case, this would alleviate those type of concerns, correct?
It would alleviate as many pauses as well as any concerns of the legalities. And because this case is so massive, this is why I feel like it should have been at minimum a 3-week hold, so discovery hearings can be had, so that one, you're not wasting the jury's time, you're not wasting the defendant's time, because all it is doing is delaying justice.
Right.
It's delaying justice. We are not closer to justice in this case as we was a year ago when this case started.
And I would agree with you. Now, you were able to see the mishap by the prosecution as it relates to Mooney Lee's testimony, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you think about that when you saw it happen in real time?
I thought two things. The state either warned him or prepared him of what not to say, and he went in and said what he knew that was going to put a pause or cause some kind of disruption, because they are following the Woody protocol. Mm-hmm. Or they didn't prep him at all, and they didn't tell him what not to say. It is your responsibility, as you are the individual that is trying the case, whether it's on the defense or the state. You are responsible for making sure that any statements that are not admissible do not come in.
Are you employed?
Yes. Okay.
What do you do?
Let's listen to this.
And when you say you do music, what do you mean?
I make music.
What type of music do you make?
Hip hop.
Do you have a name that you perform under?
Slime like Shouter.
And are you signed to a record label?
Yes.
What label?
Alamo Records.
And when did you first sign to Alamo Records?
2018.
And I should ask, how long have you been in the music industry?
Since then.
Since 2018. Have you been signed to any other label besides Alamo?
No.
Where are you from originally?
Atlanta.
And what part of Atlanta?
Southside. Cleveland Avenue.
Somebody talking about his hair. I felt the same way.
Did you go to school?
Yes.
Where did you
The
go
hair
to school?
is a distraction.
Elementary, middle, and
Cleveland Avenue Elementary School.
But he has a nice lineup.
School too.
Yes, sir.
Crawford Long Middle School.
I mean, he looks the most presentable
Carver.
out of, like, as demeanor out of all of the witness that then turned state.
After leaving high school, is that when you started your music career?
During high school, like my last year in high school, or like 11th grade or something. I didn't get serious till after high school though.
said you didn't get serious until after high school?
Yeah.
And that was around that 2018 year we just talked about?
Yeah.
Okay. As you were growing up in the Cleveland Avenue area, did you ever hear of a gang called Rock Crew?
I heard of it growing up. I didn't know if it was a gang or what it was, but yeah, I know what it is.
How did you know about Rock Crew?
Because they had popular songs.
What were some of their songs that they had that were popular?
I don't know by heart right now. I just knew like there was music back then.
Do you know who were some of the artists who were with Rock Crew?
One of them, Big Boo.
And he was he performing as a hip hop artist?
Yeah.
Anyone else?
It was some younger people too, like my friends and stuff.
Who are some of the younger people?
They locked up or dead.
Do you have names?
Notice how casual said they're locked up or dead.
Let me see. My partners who locked up right now, twin, they used to rap.
Do you know their given name or you
The first and last name?
or their first name?
Nah.
Anyone else outside of Twin?
Rudy. He rapped too back then when we was younger.
Anyone else you can think of?
As of right now, yeah, that's it, I think.
Now you just spoke about Big Boo. Did you know his given name?
His real name? No.
Okay. And did you have your own personal relationship with Big Boo?
Yeah, when I got older.
Now, did there come a time when you were younger that some members of Rock Crew began calling themselves YSL?
Mm-hmm.
You said, mm-hmm.
You asking me that, or
Yes.
you what?
I'm asking you.
That hair, oh my God, that top is killing me.
Let me say this real quick. My grandparents would have never let me walk out the house with my hair like that. Boy, you don't get your hair cut. Now I don't want to listen. This is a different generation. This is how they move. But imagine walking into a place of employment, seeking a job with his hair like that.
Not only that, my great grandmother, as adult as I was, over the age of 21, headed to an interview with no pantyhose on. She stops me and asks me, "Where is your pantyhose?" And I'm like, "Granny, it's hot outside. We in Louisiana heat. I don't care. That's not ladylike to not have any pantyhose on." So I think this generation is missing that key ingredient from the elders from back in the day because they didn't play. And guess what I did when it put on some pantyhose?
Right.
Sure did.
I mean, you are even moving regularly in the street. Anyway, I don't want to have this. This will be for another conversation. Another day with another conversation. I don't want people to start saying, "Hey, that's just it." No. You guys are very liberal now, so I get it. The Crown Act, Mr. Byron, the Crown Act.
That started in Texas.
What's that? What is that?
The Crown Act is basically saying you cannot discriminate on individuals that basically of the natural hair.
Oh, okay.
Like if your hair is natural and you are wearing braid, even if it's not natural, braids, natural hair dreads, things of that nature, you can't discriminate based off of an individual's decision of how they want to wear their hair. Now there is some pushback, not only pushback, but it's also a caveat to it. Like you can't, if going out and intentionally doing crazy things with your hair, you're not going to be protected. But for individuals who have natural hair, it's removing that discrimination from employers who have traditionally said that, oh, we want you to wear straight hair or things like that. So, Black people discrimination.
Right. So I think I can bring back my afro now. Let's just start with a full blown out afro.
But it's going to be patchy.
Whose? Not mine.
We don't want the patchy. You can't be going out here and embarrassing us with the patchy.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, she did this try me right there. So you
know, I can get you some a hair implant, like a with the stick on.
All right, let's see where else. Mr. Wooney Lee. His real name sounds like a rap name. His rap name sounds like, well, that's another name.
Well, we got Moody Long, so he Mooney Lee.
Aaliyah TV said, "Bring out the afro."
Can you say it again?
Sure.
Aaliyah, don't do
got
that because he
older,
gonna try
Are
it.
there members of Rock Crew who then became members of YSL?
Yes.
Who were those some of those individuals?
Everybody, because YSL music took off and rock crew music died, or just I don't know. Boo got old, so I don't know.
So who are some of these people? You're saying everybody. So who's the everybody who was a part of the music?
Basically, everybody from my neighborhood.
So everybody from your neighborhood was doing music?
There's a lot of people from doing music from my neighborhood though, but not everybody was doing music though. I'm just saying like everybody in the whole, all the people that were rapping or doing music or supported the music was on some YSL stuff now. Like it wasn't rapping Rock Crew or under that name.
Okay. So tell me some of the people that we're talking about.
Me, myself.
Okay.
My friends who I just told you about. Jeffrey. I can't think of everybody's name.
And what does YSL stand for?
It has multiple meanings.
Tell me some of the meanings.
I say it has multiple meanings, definitions, or what it stands for.
So tell me some of the meanings.
Young stoner life, young slime life, young successful lifestyle. I think that's all I can remember right now.
So let's talk about young stoner life.
Mm-hmm.
When do you distinguish between young stoner life, young slime life, and young successful lifestyle?
You said when did I?
Yeah, how do you distinguish between the two? When do you use young stoner life versus young slime life?
Slime part is just like the lingo of it. Like, we'll just call each other or something. You wouldn't call your friend or something like stoner. What's up, stoner? We just say like, what's up, slime or something. So that's how I think young slime life is used. Young stoner life, from what I know, was I'm just say like a way of life as far as music. I mean, not the music, but like getting high or like a hippie or I don't know.
That makes sense.
It do.
And
Look at his hair.
outside of the music, is YSL a gang?
You said outside of the music?
Yes, sir.
Some people treat it like that.
What do you treat it as?
I treated it that way before.
You treated it as a gang before?
Yeah.
When did you stop treating it as a gang?
I don't know.
When you left?
I don't remember. I don't know.
You said you don't remember. And when you say you treated it as a gang, what do you mean?
She should not have asked that question.
I don't really know.
He gave you what you wanted.
Right. She could have left it right there.
I don't know how to answer that.
See?
Now it has
How
to
old were you when
get flushed
you
out now.
joined YSL, the gang?
Can you tell me what you mean by like join? Like, are you talking about?
I have a rule.
What would you consider joining?
I'm saying, like, do you mean join like, cause like to get in the gang, you join the gang, like you get beat up or something like that.
How did you become a member of YSL?
My music got popping and I became a known face in my neighborhood, and I started coming around and going to studios and stuff.
So was that how you became a part of the gang YSL, or that's how you became affiliated with the music of YSL?
I'm gonna say that's how I became affiliate of the music of YSL. But as far as joining a gang or something like that, I never like joined. We just all grew up together. There was no time to join or when I joined. We just all know each other from school and grew up together and stuff like that. But I mean, I came around like 20, I forgot, was 2019 or 18, one of those years, when I came around as far as like officially being YSL.
How do you become officially YSL?
Just coming around more and rapping.
Is everyone that is affiliated with, and I'm talking specifically the gang YSL, rappers?
Some people.
So, but not everyone?
Some people rap. A lot of people rap, but everybody doesn't take it serious. Some people just rap just because they want to rap, because they want to follow the trend.
So right there, what do you deduct from that piece of testimony there?
So I deduct that for the first time, they have someone who turned state that is corroborating elements that they need. Somebody that has been a part of the ecosystem of what is called YSL. Now, what I'm also deducting is a lot of unnecessary questions that don't move the needle, but push them back. And that's what you have to look at with certain prosecutors. They don't know when to stop. They go for that additional question that has no meat and has no substance, and it puts them on a hamster wheel for now the defense attorneys to come in and rebuttal and say, hey, oh, you paused on that when the state asked you this. Can you elaborate on your lack of understanding what a real gang is? So are you a part of the record label because you said you were, out here putting out music? Or are you trying to associate gang activity with music? The record? It's easy to go in and kind of fine tune the loose strings that they left open because you asked one too many questions. Your gut would tell you if you were doing too much. Her gut told her she was doing too much, but she still did it.
Right. And she could have led him the way, not while leading the witness, but it's a way to lead him without actually leading him.
I think she traumatized still too. I think these previous ones that traumatized her because now she like, I don't know what they gonna say. Like, are they gonna do what they're supposed to? So she's like very apprehensive, and it does not. You got to go in with BDE, big dick energy, regardless of the fact of how your witness turns out. You still got to show the jury that you are in control of whatever that they say, and she's not controlling everything he's saying.
Right, and that goes to prepping her witness. Since I don't know if she did a good job with that.
Yeah, and trauma.
Yeah, not a trauma there.
They walked into their own trauma. So I'm not even going to give an excuse. Their trauma is self-induced on how they prepared for these individuals.
Right. Totally agree.
I definitely understand that, but I want to ask specifically, is everyone who's a part of YSL a gang trying to rap or rappers?
Can you say it again?
Sure.
I mean,
Is
even
everyone
there,
who is a part of YSL the gang rapping or try to be rappers?
what you doing on my page? Okay, so hold on. Okay, so she's asking, are they rapping or trying to rap? If they're trying to rap, they're still a rapper.
It doesn't take the element away for a criminal enterprise either.
Right.
Like, that's why I say you're asking unnecessary wasteful questions. At this point, that question it does not move the needle. That's the reason, even on direct, when I would prepare my line of questioning, I prepared it if it moved the needle. There were so many times when I scratched unnecessary questions because I wanted to make sure the jury stayed on course with what I was trying to prove before them and what I wanted them to pay attention to. This man has already said he was a rapper. What else do you need to?
Right. So he goes into explaining now. We're gonna bring it back up again. He goes into explaining now what he understood the question to mean.
I don't really know. I never thought about that. I don't know how to answer that.
How old were you when you joined YSL the gang?
Can you tell me what you mean by like join? Like, are you talking about?
What would you consider joining?
I'm saying, like, do you mean join like, cause you know, like to get in the gang, you join the gang, like you get beat up or something like that.
How did you become a member of YSL?
My music got popping and I became a known face in my neighborhood. And I started coming around and going to studios and stuff.
So was that how you became a part of the gang YSL, or that's how you became affiliated with the music of YSL?
I'm gonna say that's how I became affiliate of the music of YSL. But as far as joining a gang or something like that, I never like joined. We just all grew up together. There was no time to join or when I joined. We just all know each other from school and grew up together and stuff like that. But I mean, I came around like 20, I forgot, was 2019 or 18, one of those years, when I came around as far as like officially being YSL.
How do you become officially YSL?
Just coming around more and rapping.
Is everyone that is affiliated with, and I'm talking specifically the gang YSL, rappers?
Some people.
So, but not everyone?
Some people rap. A lot of people rap, but everybody doesn't take it serious. Some people just rap just because they want to rap, because they want to follow the trend.
I definitely understand that, but I want to ask specifically, is everyone who's a part of YSL a gang trying to rap or rappers?
Can you say it again?
Sure. Is everyone who is a part of YSL the gang rapping or try to be rappers?
I don't know. I think so. Everybody try to rap.
Is there anyone in YSL, the gang, who's not trying to rap?
Yeah. I think.
Now, I want to ask if you know a few people, okay? Do you know Marquavius Huey?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you know him?
I didn't know his real name until this trial, but how do I know him? Me and his little brother went to school together. Me and his little brother was in the same class. And I always just knew he had a big brother named Quay.
And is that, sorry.
And seen him a couple times, stuff like that.
And is that what you called him, Quay?
Yeah, I think that's what his name used to be back then.
Okay. And you said you went to school with his little brother. Do you know how old he is, Quay?
Quay, how old he is?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Did you ever used to hang out with Quay
When?
at any time?
Not growing up. He came to the studio with me a couple times. That's it. We never hung out outside of the studio.
When did you start seeing him around the studio? About, if we're in 2024, how long ago was that?
I don't know. I can't remember the exact date.
And do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Okay. If you get, just identify him by article of clothing he's wearing.
You said identify what?
Identify him by article of clothing he's wearing.
He next to the lawyer with the brown. I think he got on brown too.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, let the record reflect that he's identified Mr. Huey.
It'll say reflect.
Do you know another individual by the name of Quamarvius Nichols?
Yeah.
Or another Quay?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
And how do you know, how long have you known Quay?
I knew him longer, I think, since I was a kid. We didn't hang though, but I just knew who he was. I was younger than him though.
And do you have a friendship or a relationship with him?
Not a strong bond, but we know each other.
And do you see him here today?
No, actually. Oh yeah, I see him now.
And if you identify him as well?
I can't see what he got on. He just got the dreads up.
Okay.
In the air.
And all right. Is he towards the back of the room, the front of the room, or
To
somewhere
the back.
else? Is he sitting in between anyone?
Yeah, I think his lawyer.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that he's identified.
It's really not, that could be a couple of different people.
Right.
There's two
Exactly.
lawyers right there. He right there, and there's a lady next to him on the left side of him.
Ask him to stand up.
Right now, let the record
All right,
reflect.
it'll say reflect.
Do you know someone named Shannon?
Yes.
And do you call him Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you call him anything else or just Shannon?
I think I just say Shannon.
All
I
right.
don't know.
How long have you known Shannon?
I don't remember. I don't remember when I met him.
Is it longer than you've known Quay, the two Quays?
No.
Shorter than that?
Yeah.
And what is your relationship like, if any, with him?
Now?
Let's talk about before now.
Oh, we were cool.
Still cool now?
I don't know him right now. He's been locked up for a couple of years.
Yeah, you go.
I ain't supposed to say that.
Disregard that.
You can't say, well, hold on. That right there was a major problem. I don't know. He's been locked up for a while. You're on mute. You're on mute. No one can hear you.
The only thing that saved them right there is the fact that he has been in custody and the jury is aware that they have been in custody for this particular matter. However,
No, they're not. No, they're not.
they are aware that these individuals have been listen, they've been out researching. They know these people been in custody. But even more so, this was just an appetizer to what ended up happening. That is the reason why you ask unnecessary questions, you get unnecessary favor. You like this right here was that should have let her know, let me dial it back. Because you're asking things that you don't know the answer to. That's why you didn't go and look at the questions that you're asking, because every question you should have an answer to based off of the elements and the evidence that you have. That question, are you still cool? What the fuck do they care? Oh, excuse me, why they care?
She did. Well, hold on. Someone bring a good point. She made that sound that Miss Hilton made. She did that a couple of times. So I don't know if that is acting. I don't know, but she did it a couple of times. Let's listen to it.
And just listen to the question that I
When did
asked
she
you.
run out of
Oh,
I gotta see this.
Do you know someone by name of Yak?
Yes.
How long?
I got a question.
Do you need to talk to your lawyer?
No, I'm just trying to see. I ain't supposed to say that or something. Well,
Don't worry about it. Just move on to the next question.
all right.
How long have you known Yak?
See, this pissed me off.
don't worry about it.
I don't.
You're gonna have to worry about it
This
because
pissed me off because the judge at that moment, that was her opportunity to call a pause and put everybody out of the courtroom and literally hung in on. This man just asked a real question. Am I supposed to say this? Which leads me to believe that, oh, we need to take a break because he's not aware of things that he should and he should not say. That's the problem.
And he asked that question twice.
And to me, that lets me know that I don't think he was being intentional. What was intentional was those stupid questions.
Right. It's not his fault. It's the prosecutor.
No.
But the judge said, just keep going. That the lawyer should have objected to that too. The defense.
That is why I said she is also a conduit for the lack of structure that is going on with this case. Now, granted, she came into a complete mess, but you now have inherited it, which means that you get to dictate. Or it's like blowing me. Are you trying to create an atmosphere of where it's a possibility that now people are questioning you as the judge? Or
What they're doing now?
yeah, or are you really that oblivious to the magnitude of this case?
Yeah, I'm surprised that she allowed that to get that far. Here we go.
I don't remember when I met him. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. Is it longer than you know any of these other people? The first three people I asked you about.
Who cares?
Not longer than I knew the Quays.
Okay.
I knew them when I was younger.
Okay.
I probably met Yak when I was about 18, 19, 18. When I started rapping seriously.
Next, Jeffrey Williams. How long have you known Mr. Williams?
Like the same thing as Yak.
Okay. And then Rodalius Ryan.
I've known him since a kid.
Are you older or younger than him?
Older.
Do you know how much older you are?
Not exactly. A couple of years though.
And do you have a nickname for him?
I can't hear you.
Do you have a nickname for him?
A nickname that I have for him?
Do you call him something?
Oh, Lil Rod.
What is your relationship like with, just generally, what is your relationship like? Good, bad, indifferent? What is your relationship like with Little Rod?
Right now.
Just period.
Oh, good relationship.
I don't think that is the case, but who cares?
And do you see Shannon, Diamante, Jeffrey, and Rodalius in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Appreciate that. So that's stipulated too.
All right. Do you see Diamante? Just describe him by the article clothing he's wearing.
You said, do I see who?
Yeah, or Diamante.
Yeah.
What is he wearing?
Like a trench coat.
Is he sitting next to
A
him?
yellow, I mean, tan. I don't know what color that is, but a trench coat next to the lady.
All right. Y'all let the record reflect. Is he sitting between two ladies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see the other lady right now.
Y'all let the record reflect that he's identified Diamante Kendrick.
Okay, the record will so reflect, and I don't know if jury, y'all been explained what a stipulation is. That just means everybody agrees, so you can accept that as a fact. That as to Mr. Stillwell, that this witness knows and can identify Mr. Stillwell.
Do you see Mr. Williams?
All right. And so it is now, you can accept as fact that this witness knows and can identify Mr. Williams.
And then last, Mr. Ryan.
Yes.
And where is he seated and what is he?
In the front row, next to his lawyers.
All right. Y'all let the record reflect that he's identified.
He really did.
Is he sitting on the right side of his
Right
his-
side.
Y'all let the record reflect that he's identified Mr. Ryan.
We need to probably do a little bit better than that with the identification.
What is he wearing?
Yes.
A suit.
All right. And so you can now accept this fact that this witness knows and can identify Mr. Ryan.
Thank you. All right, just a few more people. Do you know someone by the name of Trontavia Stevens?
Yes.
All right. And do you have a nickname for him?
Talking about Slug?
Is that what you called him?
Oh, yeah.
All right. How long have you known Slug?
I don't know. Like
Jesus.
2018 or something, I think, when he got out.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
All right.
When
Do you
he
know
got out?
someone by the name of Darius Ford?
Yes.
Did it again. Oh my God.
And when he was living, how long had you known
Now
him?
he's stressed out.
Like all my life.
Did you all grow up together?
No.
How did you know him all?
I
your
would have
life?
called a break.
My
Because clearly,
brother was best friends with his big brother.
Okay.
When he got out, goes to character again.
if I'm sitting here minding my business and I hear that when he got out, but the defense didn't stand up, the judge didn't say nothing.
Well, let's see what happens next. Hold on.
And they played sports together, so I always knew him when I was a little kid.
What about Christian McMiller?
What about him?
Do you know him?
Yes.
All right.
I think it's okay. Okay, hold on.
Christian,
How long had you known him?
since a kid.
And what about Durante Beebe?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
How do you know him?
We grew up together.
And then last, Demekion Garlington.
Who?
Demekion Garlington.
You asked me how long did I know him?
Do you know him?
I know him. Yeah, I know him.
And how do you know him?
I don't even know how I know him.
And does he have a nickname?
D.
Now, do you have any
Okay,
tattoos,
Nancy.
Mr. Amelie?
Yes.
And specifically, I want to ask, do you have any tattoos with the wording Rudy?
Yes.
Okay. And who is Rudy?
My little brother.
Is he your biological little brother or someone you call your little brother?
I just call him my little brother.
Doesn't matter.
And your tattoo with Rudy, what, if anything, does it say?
Long live Rudy.
On live, Rudy?
Long live.
And within the Cleveland Avenue area, do some people call themselves the Rudy Gang?
You said there's some people who call themselves that?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not really a gang though.
What's the significance? Tell the jury about a Rudy Gang.
His family made that for him. They just showing that they for him. Like they doing it for him. I don't know. They just say a gang.
What did you think about that line of questioning, Elma?
It's exhaustive. It's not, it does not move the needle. Who? What? What elements? How does that establish any element? On or about this date in this city, this county, this person committed this offense in the furtherance of this crime. What does that have to do with it?
Right. Well, we see how, and there's more testimony, but what I want to do is we're taking a comfort break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll resume because we are on a marathon of sorts. A marathon of sorts. We are on, for those who don't those on YouTube, we are on Twitter as well. Go join the, go make sure you follow us on Twitter. I think we have about 48,000 people watching right now. About 48,000 watching on Twitter right now. Shout out to the Twitter audience. Let's see. I see a comment here. His attorney prepared him well. Well, hold on. She said, wait a minute, hold on. She said he prepared him well. Let me see this. So Republic says his attorney prepared him well, stated that he and some people treated YSL like a gang. Doesn't mean anything, means the crux of the YSL was rap.
We're talking about a conspiracy. We're talking about it, one or two. We're talking about a conspiracy.
Perhaps.
That is not going to fly at all.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the conversation will continue. We'll see you guys on the next. I understand what a conspiracy is. She said she understands what a conspiracy is.
Well, I mean, if you understand what conspiracy is, then you know that this man literally just confirmed that his belief was that it was a gang.
I'm saying it's not a gang. Well, hold that thought. We'll see you guys when we come back. Thank you. Hold on, Thelma. Hold on, Thelma. So, yeah.
I think she was right.
All right, guys. Just stand by. Hold on. Hold on.
up. Now every dog got a name. Needless to say, when the chief away, that's when the cats wanna play. I told you, dance around you fools like Cassius Clay. Stretch my heat and make you do a pot of parade.